Hi, I'm Brian Cannone here at FitnessAtlantic.com, and I'm here with Kendall Wood. Kendall, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and the category you're competing in tomorrow?
Well, I'll be competing in male fitness model, the pro division. It's definitely a very competitive division, and go WBFF. Paul's doing a great job.
What would you say to someone about the fitness model division if they were interested in doing it?
Well, I believe that there's an open division for people who haven't achieved pro status, which is very good, or they can actually, start at your show. Or they can come to my show, which are WBFF qualifiers. I think that those are great shows to begin with, just because you have a high level of competition, but nevertheless you do have an opportunity to be coached. When you are at a show with 300 people, you come correct or you don't come at all, because there's really no opportunity for anyone to baby you, to give you instruction. Everybody's running around trying to finish the show by 11 o'clock. And so if you don't have a private coach, there's really not a lot of learning to do to really be successful anyway.
Okay. What would you say to someone that really wants to get involved in fitness modeling? How would they start their career? What would you advise them to do?
Well, I think that that's going to really start with a control of how you eat and take care of yourself. The nutritional portion is going to be minimally 70% of everything that you see, and then of course you have to have that work ethic, in and outside of the gym, or even if you work out at your home. So that's where it begins. Secondly, you want to be able to look into magazines and see who the photographers are that are actually being published. I'm going to say that again, the photographers who are actually being published. There are a lot of photographers who actually have a lot of web pages, and you can end up being on those sites, and that may actually be hurtful or harmful to your career, especially for a lot of women. So you definitely want to associate yourself with photographers who've been published. If you start out practicing with your own camera or anything like that, that's great. I wouldn't practice with a photographer who has their own site and you've never seen it before.
Okay. Thanks. That's good advice. Hey, as far as your conditioning and tomorrow and the contest, what do you think? What are you trying to do tomorrow? And what about your conditioning? How do you feel that you are going to do?
All right. Well, you never know how you're going to do as far as the final results are concerned, because the sport itself lends itself to a lot of subjectivity, even though there are a lot of outlines as far as expectations and things like that. So, Paul does a great job of trying to make sure that, political issues and things like that don't really influence outcomes, but nevertheless, those things are there. If people are getting covers and they're out there, it's difficult for that not to influence someone, for the simple fact that that's part of their hard work. You see those photos, it does leave an indelible imprint in your mind as to what that person looks like and what they should look like. And so if they come to the stage and they look like that, they have a greater chance than a person that you've never seen before to actually win. But nevertheless, I think that you standing next to a person who has such great exposure and you doing well and looking just as good or better than them, that gives you great exposure as well, and you can start landing those covers and things of that nature. So the winner of the competition doesn't necessarily lead to the person who gets the most photo shoots after the competition, or spreads or covers or anything like that. As far as me, I'm not a great promoter of Kendall. I love to see other people excel, but nevertheless, this is a competition. So, as far as the competition is concerned, I'm geared in, I'm dialed in, and, for everybody else it's a show, and for competitors it's a competition. And for a competitor, the thing that they want most is for it to be a competition and not a show.
What are your future goals?
Well, my future goals are basically to grow the Fit Sciences brand along with the WBFF, and really expose people who are not living a healthy lifestyle to a healthy lifestyle, and then those people who are in the fitness industry to actually also look at a healthier lifestyle. We all know that you have to really be extremely healthy leading up to a competition, because the last 2 weeks are basically about depriving your body of things that we're naturally going to live off of. You cannot live at 2 and 3% body fat. There's certain things that you deny your body of having, and in order to do that in the most effective way, you basically need to be healthy. So we want everybody to understand that, spread the word about that, so people that compete in competitions can be healthy. People that don't can look at those competitions and kind of, we take the veil off of what the fitness industry puts out there as being health, and really lead people to have healthier lifestyles. So that's what we want to do with the Health and Fitness Expo that we have. Include families, include children, expose people in lower socioeconomic areas to healthy lifestyles, because when you talk of a Trader Joe's or a Whole Foods, that's not in people's areas who have $30,000 or less when they're making that type of money as a family. So we want to make sure that everybody has that alternative. And as we grow, then we'll even have a political voice and talk to farmer subsidies, people starting to grow more Ezekiel bread and things of that nature. We pay so many farmers not to grow food. So we really want to get down to the grassroots of things and affect life for people, not just the picture of fitness, but literally change people's lives. Yeah.
Excellent. Hey, great interview. Hey, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, good luck tomorrow.
All right, appreciate you.
Wish you happy birthday to his son.